family. In today's video, it is Pure Elegance Tablescapes 1-year anniversary. Now, let's recap how we got here. In the beginning, I knew nothing about YouTube. I came across a product that I was looking to buy, and it had a YouTube video. So I looked at the video, and just so happened my son was visiting, and I said to him, tell me more about YouTube. He did, and then I said, okay, show me. And I took my laptop to him, and he brought up YouTube, and that's when my mind started going in the direction of maybe a tablescape. So I looked up tablescapes, and I saw that there was quite a few people doing tablescapes. So I thought, no, I won't do it. Then I ran the same thing across a couple girlfriends, and they said, yes, do it. And I'll tell you why. Because if you and 10 others do the same tablescape, I guarantee you there'll be a difference in each one. Okay, as I began to jot down all of the items that I would need to do a tablescape, first and foremost was quality linens. So I looked in my area and I came across special occasions and Queen Street linens. And I spoke to the owner. Her name is Claudia. Now, as I get ready to go through my spiel of what I was doing, I didn't finish my spiel, and Claudia said, yes, I support your vision. Great. I get down to her place to pick up linens for my first video, and she and I clicked. We're running off at the mouth back and forth, and just before I got ready to leave, she said, hey, you do know we're going to end up being friends. And I turned around and said to her, we already are. Claudia, I couldn't say enough about you or your business. Thank you for supporting my vision. I love you. Okay, I want to thank 2 more businesses who supported my vision along the way. And the next one would be Rental World. I called there for rental supplies, and just so happened from using my old business name, Nicole recognized my business name from 20 years ago when she and I did business, and she said yes, she would support my business, my vision, and she did. Thank you, Nicole, and her assistant, Christine. Next, I'd like to thank Arthur from Stewart Images Photography. I needed somebody to support my vision in putting this whole thing together once it was finished. And I turned it over to Arthur, and he did just that. I want to say thank you, Arthur, for showing me what excellence looks like in photography. And you all can take a look back at my first video, and you'll see it was excellence. Thank you all for supporting me. Last but certainly not least, I want to thank my dudes. I want to thank my sons for their love and support, and most of all, their feedback. Love you guys. Now, I want to end this up by thanking my dude. My dude has supported me for 20 years with the whole business, Pure Elegance business. Let me explain. When I started off wanting to start Pure Elegance, I took my vision to him, and this is what he said at the time. He said, if you wasn't mine, you would not be for me. Your business is a business that others might use, but I wouldn't be interested in entertaining at this level. But I support your vision, and how much do you need? And he did just that. Pure Elegance 20 years ago didn't start on a grant or loan. It started on our savings. And my husband couldn't have been any more supportive than he was 20 years ago, than he was a year ago when I started this. Now, of course, a year ago, and doing the tablescapes and all was a little different than starting the business 20 years ago, but the love and support was still there. Right before I got ready to start the YouTube channel, he said to me, "What do you need?" And at that point in time, I was figuring out the cost and what I would need in addition to the support that I had. And he then said, "Well, let me do this." And he came home and gave me an envelope full of cash and said, "Get whatever you need to get to start the YouTube channel." Now, what you all don't know is, because my budget is and was zero, he has had to do the behind the scenes work and doing my videos, editing my videos, and making sure they're just the way I want them. Now, I'm not going to say it's easy working with me, because at different times I might not want my video the way he would do my video and edit it. And just sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I can get a little slick at the mouth. And when I do, he's quick to tell me, excuse me, I don't work for you. You are not paying me. I'm doing you a favor. And I understand that, and I appreciate that. I say all of that to say, the love and support that he has shown me, hands down, I wouldn't take nothing for my dude. George, I love you. Thank you again. It's been great. Family, I've been talking for a couple months now about some exciting news about the channel. Let's talk about it. It's going to be called Pure Elegance with Kim. My girlfriend Lisa came up with the name and also the idea. She brought to me that, or opened my eyes to, I had more to offer than just the tablescapes. Why don't you open it up? So I'm going to run with this, and you're going to bear with me as I do this, but I think it's going to be great. I'm going to plan on doing interviews, and it's going to be people telling their personal stories, some health we're going to get into. We're going to get into some fashions. I think it's going to be an exciting year. Thank you, Lisa, for the vision. I love you. And I got to give also credit where credit's due. Some years ago, my G said the same thing that Lisa said to me. If you look back in my second video, where I mentioned love and memories about my grandparents, this is one of the things that my G said. She said that Ed Bradley was her favorite reporter, and that if he and I interviewed the same person, that my story would beat his story out, because people would tell me things that they wouldn't tell him. In other words, she was saying in a nutshell that I missed my calling. She's in heaven now, but I'm sure as I start to do these interviews, I'm going to hear her voice playing in my head. I told you, girl. She did tell me, and I didn't listen, but I thank God for the opportunity now to do it. So stay with me. In closing, let me say thank you for all of your love and support. And until next time, be blessed.